You are now listening to Nyeckro High Sodium Content.
What's going on, good folks? Welcome to another edition of High Sodium Content. So high, so salty. Now, on tonight's episode, I was hanging out with my wife. You know, we was just chewing the fat like we normally do. She was just like, I don't know about this generation. I'm kind of scared if, we go to war. Who's going to be in the battlefield? Because everybody's so soft. And I was like, you got a point. And it made me think about this generation and how soft they are. Now, mind you, I remember a time where we didn't have the internet. I remember a time when we first got the internet. I remember when we didn't have cell phones, we had beepers, and then we had cell phones, and then we didn't have social media, and then, we remember it all. I remember how 9/11 was. I was 16. I remember all this stuff. I remember the chaos the next day and how everything was uncertain. And I remember all these things. Like, this generation of kids, Gen Z, never really had to face anything crazy like that. Maybe the pandemic, but that wasn't super crazy. You know what I'm saying? At least to us. But with that being said, this generation is soft. Case in point.
If you are standing up, could you please sit down and get into a seat so that so there aren't so many people moving around? And then let me consult the people who are counting. So everyone who is not a counter, take a seat. Take a seat, everyone.
She's talking to them like children because they behave like children. They don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to conduct themselves, just in regular, normal, everyday interactions. Everything is safe space and sensitive this, and I have this disability and this thing, and this is what's wrong with me, and it's a soft generation.
Everyone on the walls, take a seat so that we can count.
Like, I remember this stuff in
When there's so many
kindergarten.
people moving around, it's very difficult to count.
Quick point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Guys, first of all, James Jackson, Sacramento, he, him. I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload.
We're finished. We are done. Millennials, last best effort. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say, we are cooked. Imagine these people on the battlefield.
A lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade.
Oh, boy.
Okay, is there a speaker
Thank you,
against
comrade.
chapter pronouns?
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to
I guess that cheeseburger was coming up. You heard that? This is crazy. You can't even have a normal meeting.
address everyone.
Okay.
We have a lot of disabled comrades, and a lot of those are invisible disability. First of all, in this room, I see that no one's clapping for me. It could be because I'm not engaging, but it also is because everyone's doing this. And that's really important, because those loud bursts of noise, even though this is a noisy space, when we can do something like reducing that, that's really important. So please don't clap, shoot up these.
Wow, so they don't want people to clap. They want jazz hands. Everybody do this. Yo, it's like they're talking to children and they're acting like children. Please don't make too much noise. Please don't use gendered language. Like, what are we doing? We're finished.
And additionally, with the noise issue, like avoid hissing, avoid waving banners, right? If you don't know what to do, show up these, right? I'm sure there's lots of ways that we can communicate to each other without needing to rely on something that's going to hurt somebody else. We have quiet rooms that are available. There's a range of options of these, right? On 7, there's one that has video but no sound, if you still want to be able to observe the convention, but the sound is an issue. There's also on Piedmont 8, a completely quiet room. One thing to note there, please don't go into that space with anything that's like an aggressive scent, for instance, right? Because that's going to be difficult for people. Don't.
Yeah, an aggressive scent. And you got to wash your ass. Probably that dude that was talking about all that gendered language stuff. He probably didn't wash his ass. He sounded funky. You know how people can sound funky?
Don't talk to cops. Don't talk to MAGA assholes. We're almost there. Just this, but thank you.
And they say MAGA is a cult.
Point of privilege once again. Quick point of privilege once again. Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him. I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload, and that goes double for the heckling and the hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety. Like, the be comradely isn't just for, like, you know, let's keep things civil or whatever. It's so that people aren't going to get...
They can't even function. They can't even have a convention. They can't even get it done. Everything bothers them. Every single thing. Everything. This is the future of America, folks. This is what we're looking at. Safe space.
Get triggered, and so that it doesn't affect their performance as a delegate, okay?
After that, we're going to go through adopting the rules. So with that,
They didn't even get through the
everyone,
rules yet.
we're going to start voting. So let's take a deep breath.
I bet you that
Great.
bothered somebody.
And so I'm going to welcome Brian to give the credentials report.
Hi, everybody. Brian
Check
Laverne
his
here
hard
from
drive
Houston.
Now we're going to
immediately.
move on to the resolutions and
Very
amendments
brief.
committee.
Very brief point of information. If you are using a microphone, talk into it directly like I am right now, and do not wave your face back and forth because people cannot hear you. That is all.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for the pointers. Yes. Could someone please run a mic to the comrade in the jean jacket,
The comrade.
of which there are many?
I bet you
I simply had a
Sorry,
bothering
could
bothering
we?
somebody.
Thank you.
I know it is.
We are debating the amendment to the committee report, and that amendment is to swap six of the the amendment is to take six different delegates to recognize six different delegates from East Bay from what the committee report says. Great.
Point of clarification here on what we're actually...
Could you get to the mic, please?
So point of clarification in that the chair gave a report. There was a verbal second from the audience on the report of which was given, and then there was a motion for an amendment to that. What are we actually talking about at this point, and then what is the vote going to be?
Thank you.
We need to be very clear about the work that we are trying to do. It is important.
Aren't we all trying to figure that out? In this video right now, we're all trying to figure out what the hell is going on. What's going on? We know for certain that we are in a room full of disturbed individuals. We don't know what's going on. I don't know. You don't know. That guy in there don't know. Nobody knows.
So in voting yes, are we voting to
Yes. Yeah. So voting yes
uphold
means,
the delegates?
No. So voting yes means that you want the substitute six delegates to be seated instead of the delegation that is outlined in the credentials committee report.
Thank you.
Does that make sense? No.
So if you agree with what the report recommended, then you should. I'm just asking. I'm trying to understand what.
Voting yes means that you are supporting the challenge to the East Bay delegation.
Point of privilege. Can I reiterate that we, for the sake of our comrades who have sensory issues, refrain from hissing, loudly shouting out your opinion on a vote, or waving banners and signs that reflect your vote in front of people?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Okay, so now, is there any further debate on the credentials committee report?
Point.
Hold on. Point of order. Yep.
Thank you. So,
sorry. What's your name and
my
your
name is.
Chaos, isn't it? Now you see why we're cooked. We're cooked. If we get into any wars, finished. Finished. They're all soy boys. But, let's check out another one, man. I don't really like Jesse Lee Peterson like that. You can't argue that he's a funny guy. Call him what you want. That show is pure comedy gold. Let's check it out. Let's check out a clip.
Lee Peterson gets honest with this little male feminist and sends him into total panic mode.
Are you feminine? Do you see yourself as a feminine man?
Some things, yeah. I think femininity is beautiful and anybody can be feminine.
No, a feminine man is a weak man because he's a woman. He's a beta.
No, he's not, Jesse.
Yeah, he's a beta.
No, he's not.
He is a beta.
No, you're a beta.
No. You're a beta, Michael.
No,
beta.
You are a beta.
Beta.
I am a normal man. You're a beta man.
No, you're not normal. I could think of many words to call you normal.
That's freaking funny. Oh, man. That speaks for itself. Like, that's crazy. That's somebody. What's that saying? Good times create weak men. Hard times create strong men. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're living in that, our history, I feel like. Because it's like these individuals it's like they never encountered any kind of conflict, let alone something physical. Probably getting like their order wrong probably takes everything out of them, like that's probably the most confrontation that they get. But, let's look at one last one. I think y'all like this one.
I am so glad I am not a MAGA cult member.
You could have fooled me. I thought you were definitely some sort of cult member with all that going on.
Yeah, she looked like a Fallout character, man. Like she belonged to some kind of faction, like the rat people or something. You notice, like, why is it that the left, they always got that weird look? Like liberals have that look. They're trying to outdo each other in like the weirdo Olympics. What is that?
I am completely independent and I do my own research on everything.
Come on now.
You researched how to make yourself look, the word odd, eccentric. We'll use that word.
I am not one of those ignorant people, and I can live my days in peace knowing that I am a good man.
No, you
We ain't buying that for $1.
You're not a man. You're not. That's where I'm gonna stop you. You're not a man. You're female.
Who has compassion for all and doesn't make himself to be obnoxious in public.
Everything about that is obnoxious. Everything. The attitude, the hair, the facial hair, the piercings, the
facial hair is very obnoxious.
The whole thing.
I remember once upon a time, you had to pay money to go see the freak show. Now a freak show everywhere. I remember you had to ride the train. Particularly the 6 train, you got a lot of good material on the 6 train. You could get a nice show, a nice little matinee before you go to work or go to school. But now, man, you just freak show everywhere.
It's all obnoxious. So you failed at not being obnoxious in public. You failed terribly.
Oh, man. That's it. That's all I got. Speaks for itself. Y'all can get the conversation started. I think we're cooked. I don't think we're totally cooked, but oh boy. I don't think Wonder Woman can carry us all. Hopefully Chuck Norris lives to be 1,000. Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, hopefully they all live to they just become immortal or something. Because we need that. We need those movies. Oh, everybody's soft. So damn soft. Oh, it's crazy. But yeah, let me know what you think. Comment, share, like the video. Don't forget to check out SodiumSyndicate.com. We got all the cool merch, hoodies, t-shirts, and stay tuned for more videos. We got a live Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget to pop in, say hello. And as always, stay salty. Peace.
Clear of the closing doors, please.
I think we're led by stupid people. Go to school and get a good education. Stop all that gang, man. You're not from the hood.